Y'all got on me real bad about my choice of words for Twisted Wonderland, so I'm back to redeem myself. Now, to be fair, when I recorded that video, only 3 episodes had aired and we still had 5 more to go. And I mentioned that, not the 5 more to go, but 3 aired. So my review took into account that there was more that I hadn't seen yet. Also, my review is of the anime only. It did not include the light novels, manga, or the game. So let's get into how y'all ate me up. Number 1, y'all clocked me for using the word childish. Again, since I'm only going off of the anime, I wasn't aware that the story gets much darker as it goes on. However, I still stand by my choice of the word childish as a descriptor because I still do think parts of the show came across as childish. For instance, Rose and Riddleheart's attack was off with your heads, and it was simply putting a lock around their necks. Choosing that interpretation of off with your heads, in my opinion, is childish when their heads could have actually been coming off of their shoulders. Now, I didn't mean childish in the sense of kiddie, but more so in the sense of safe. I gave the caveat that if you are someone who likes more edgy anime, then you might be okay with skipping this one, and I still think that holds true. Imagine if shows like Attack on Titan or Blood Sea are your speed, where they don't shy away from showing physical violence, right? So when you watch a show that's labeled as being dark and you hear somebody say off with your head as an attack, and then there's no kind of actual violence shown, you might be a little surprised or even disappointed. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with how they did it in Twisted Wonderland, but it was a point that I thought was worth bringing up. Number 2, so there was a little back and forth in the comments on that video about the demographic. Now, I didn't list or discuss a demographic in the video, but some people were saying that it was a shonen or even a seinen. One commenter said josei, which I thought was interesting because that's my demographic and I did not feel like I was the target audience at all. So what is it actually? From what I found, and I could be wrong before y'all jump on me, demographics are usually assigned based on the manga magazine a series is published in. Since Twisted Wonderland was a game first and not a manga, it technically doesn't have an official demographic following this rule. I must say that I do think that commenter was right. Twisted Wonderland is josei coded, and here is why I think that's the case. The character design. It has a very attractive male cast. The tone is very character driven, emotional, dialogue heavy, and the creator Yana Toboso's style leans more towards shoujo and josei. Now, this is unofficial and it's just the conclusion that I came to, but I'm more than open to hearing your thoughts on this matter specifically. So now, as I promised, I did want to briefly give another look now that season 1 has aired in totality. My first gripe is that it could have gone a little longer. I wasn't expecting it to be only 8 episodes, and I thought that was just way too short. I think the conflict buildup, the climax, and the resolution all happened way too fast. And I'm not saying that we needed filler or anything like that, but there was definitely more organic development that could have occurred with a little bit more time. I liked the show back then when I did the first review, and I still like it now. I don't want there to be any misunderstanding. I loved Disney's Twisted Wonderland. I'm glad I gave it a chance. It scratched my Disney nostalgia. The colors were beautiful. Leona King Scholar was fine as hell. Like, the whole show was really great. It really was, but it's not perfect, and of course no show is. I am going to patiently wait to see the story get darker, but I have started playing the game because a lot of people told me I needed to do that, so that's pretty cool. And I will say that the app itself is kind of clunky, but otherwise it's been pretty fun. I really like the game. I'm glad I gave it a shot, and meanwhile I'll just be waiting for the next anime adaptation. I really hoped you loved this video, and if you didn't, I am so sorry to hear that. Please give me a chance on something else. Now, some of y'all beat me up real bad about my last video on Twisted Wonderland, but I could take the heat, no biggie. Everybody was making great points and it was actually a really good discussion, so I hope that this video leads to another discussion, so let's chat it out in the comments. If you are confused and you want to know what the hell I'm talking about when I keep referencing this other video, please go check that out here, and don't forget to subscribe. When one arc ends, another one begins. See you next time.